So you receive this very exciting email from IRCC and it reads, your status has changed. You quickly rush to your computer or you pick up your phone and you log in and you're very excited to see what has changed on your application. And there you go. You see a big fat refusal letter. IRCC feels like it's been on a mission to refuse as many applications as possible. Visitor visas, work permits, study permits, even PR applications. It's a refusal season at IRCC. That's the least I can say right now. And the most frustrating part is that a lot of these refusals don't even make any sense. I've seen spousal open work permits being refused because there's no merit certificate, but you log onto their portal and the merit certificate is magically right there. I've seen visitor visas being refused because there are no sufficient funds for a single applicant who already submitted bank statements with a bank balance of over $30,000 in the last 6 months. And a study permit application is being refused because there is no PAL, which is the provincial attestation letter. Again, you log into the portal and the PAL is literally the first document that you would have submitted on the portal. These aren't unique cases that I'm talking about. Pretty much every other applicant these days is experiencing some or the other type of a complication, whether it is a refusal or an ADR or a PFL or something else. It's extremely painful and extremely frustrating because it's not just about an application. It's about somebody's hopes, dreams, and future. So what can you do when you are in a situation like this with an unjustified refusal? Number one, you can try and reapply. In some cases or in most cases, that's not really a financially viable option because now you have to pay the government fees and a legal processing fees again if you are seeking professional guidance. Secondly, you can apply for a reconsideration of the decision. But again, keep in mind, this isn't a formal process and the officer is not obligated by any means to reconsider your application. So sometimes this may not work either. And in most cases, when you apply for a reconsideration of an application, you can't really amend the documents that were already submitted. In the sense, you can't really add any new supporting documents. You have to apply for a reconsideration of the application based on the documentation that was already submitted. And number three, you can apply for a judicial review, in other words, called an appeal. Now, this is a federal case, a federal court application. You're challenging IRCC through the court. It's long drawn. It's very expensive, and you have to decide on this within 15 days of getting the refusal, especially if you are in Canada. So sometimes that may not work out well for clients as well because it's not exactly a financially viable option. But here's what I want you to know. You're not alone in this. And my recommendation, hire a professional or seek professional guidance on your next attempt. The reason being, especially with the mood that IRCC is in these days, you cannot take a risk, you cannot take any chances when it comes to your immigration application. It can be a visitor permit, it could be a work permit, it could be a study permit, and it could be a PR as well, which is the most important. So I come back to saying that it's very important that you consider at least consulting with a professional, if not seeking their full representation on the application.